always liked chrysanthemums. They were my grandmother's favourite flowers. Funny that. I remember her garden, the green of the stalks and the leaves, and that purple blue of the flowers in bloom. I don't even remember what they smell like. I just remember the colours. Funny that.
They don't smell. Chrysanthemums, they have no smell. That's why you can't remember it.
Oh.
My friend owns a shop. Oh, Heather, you might remember her. The shop with the funny name. I got the flowers from her. I thought Peter might like them.
I do remember her, yes. Peter, in the grave there.
My husband. I don't think you ever met.
No, I don't think I was here when you two got hitched. It's long gone by then. How did he die?
Cancer.
Shame.
I'm so glad I managed to talk you out of the petunias.
It's just, they're the only flowers Peter ever mentioned liking.
I'm quite sure he's just as happy with chrysanthemums. Petunias you hang in baskets, you don't take them to the cemetery. That would have been a disaster. They'd have gone all soggy and horrible and wouldn't even have lasted a day. Not to mention how inappropriate they'd be compared to the noble bloom of the chrysanthemum. One has to have a little gravitas when dealing with the dear departed.
You're in the mood for big words today.
Oh, shush. Flowers, it's what I do.
He won't mind as long as I bring in something.
Oh, Peter never minded anything much.
No, but he was a good man.
I know. A little dull, perhaps.
Heather, don't say that. He was just...
Dull, Rose.
Well, maybe. But you don't marry for strong personalities and artistic dispositions, do you?
Well, why do you marry then?
I wouldn't know.
You must have married him for a reason, even if you won't say it out loud.
Security.
Security?
He was a good man. He gave me the security I needed. What else is there?
Life?
Oh, it's a bit late for that. I tried, you know, life.
I know.
I really did. But I couldn't have both things. Security and fulfilment. Had to pick one in the end. And is fulfilment even a real thing? Isn't it just wishful thinking? Isn't contentment our best bet in life?
Maybe it is. I don't know. You go through life, you do what you think is right at any given time. You try and leave more smiles than tears in your wake, as obvious as that sounds. You go wild, and then you calm down, and then sometimes you go wild again for a bit. I don't know, Rose. I've known you a while. I remember what you were like 20, 30 years ago.
I don't. Well, I mean, I do. I just don't understand how I could be the person I was back then.
You've changed a lot. That doesn't have to be a bad thing. How are the grandchildren?
James is acting in a play tomorrow night for school.
He's 5.
6. He's a sweet thing.
I'm sure he is. What's troubling you?
What you said. It's funny you should talk about that now. I met somebody at the cemetery today.
Somebody? You're going to have to give me more than that. Could be that bloke who killed himself, rising from the grave for all I know. The one that played rock and roll in the Happy Division or something.
I don't think they played rock and roll.
Nor did they ever sound very happy to me. Who'd you meet?
Bernard.
Your Bernard?
It's not my Bernard.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Bernard.
Yes.
I thought he'd moved away ages ago.
He's moved back. I think his daughter lives here. He was visiting his ex-wife's grave. Well, she wasn't his wife, I think. Ex-partner? Mother of his daughter, anyway.
These things get so complicated. Wasn't he in the West End or some such fancy place?
You can do what he does just as easily here.
So did you two go for a coffee then? How long has it been since you saw him last? Must be 20.
26 years, he said. No, he didn't want to. He doesn't catch up, says there's no point.
What? Why's that?
Oh, you remember Bernard, Heather? He doesn't seem to have changed much. 26 years. You'd think he'd managed to get his head out of his bottom.
Was it that bad?
Yes. No, I don't know. It was Bernard. That way he talks. Goes on about his grandmother's chrysanthemums. You think you glimpse the ghost of a tear in the corner of his eye and then...
What are you going on about, Rose?
Never mind.
He might not have known what to say. He might have been taken by surprise seeing you after so long. Maybe his head's not as far stuck as you think. Or maybe he just doesn't like you.
Maybe he doesn't. But it's not that. I mean, you met him a few times back then. So what? And then nothing, and then he walks out.
Have you two not spoken since?
No, not really. I think I meant a lot to him, though.
Who broke it up?
Doesn't matter now. He wrote me letters. I replied to the first few, but it was done. I don't think I have any of them anymore. I moved on. So did he. So strange seeing him again. He looks the same. Older, but he looks the same.
Call him. He's here now. You can find his number.
Call him and then what, be friends?
Well, yes, why not?
But he doesn't work that way. He doesn't do friends.
He can't be going through life without any.
Well, no, let me rephrase that. I don't think he wants to be friends with me. I've been out of his life 26 years, and he's happy to keep it that way. No skin off my nose.
After this long, whatever may have happened, it's just nice to see one another. You have this image stuck in your head that you're projecting on him, on who he is today. People do change, Rose. You have. He must have done.
He didn't look like he did.
Even so, it doesn't mean you can't talk.
But he's right, Heather. What would be the point? Confront him on things that happened so many years ago.
The book says we may be through with our past.
But the past isn't through with us. I've seen the film.
It's a lovely film. What have you got to lose? Just go for a coffee and talk about life.
Life, the universe and everything.
If The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is what floats your boat, I just think it's nice to get together and talk with old friends after a long time.
You were never friends. Me and Bernard. It was love. And then nothing. Maybe even hate on his side.
Surely not.
I don't know, and I don't care. Maybe I did 30 years ago, but it's not one of those sprawling, epic, romantic novels.
Pip and Estella.
What?
Pip and Estella, Great Expectations. It just comes to mind. I always liked Dickens.
I haven't read that one.
Oh, you should.
God damn, you're looking old. Can you believe it? Me, looking old. She's my own flesh and blood. What do I look like to her? And what's next? You'll freeze and catch a cold? Like children, they treat you like children. Like, what are you going to do? Living in that big house all by yourself? Fuck them. 20 years ago, I was walking down Oxford Street in London. I mean, nobody knew me. You'd started already, but yeah, I was nobody. So I'm walking down the street, walking along, and I pass this guy, a familiar face, nice clothes. So I'm walking past him, and I say hi. He goes hello. I keep walking, it takes me like 20 seconds, it dawns on me, and I turn, and he's gone. Do you know who it was?
Leonard, my friend, everybody knows who that was. I've heard this story not once, not twice.
David Bowie. It was David Bowie, and I didn't even recognise him.
I know.
I was I still am one of his biggest fans. But I didn't see him. When he died, when he died, I was pretty upset when he died.
We all.
Yes, but Bowie, close to the Thin White Duke.
I was at the cemetery today.
What?
I was visiting Anne. You know, me and Anne at the end, I wasn't very good to her. I tried, but then she got pregnant. Mind you, I'm glad about Emily. She's a wonderful woman. I'm proud to be a father, but...
Well, that was ages ago. All your life you've been going on about how you fucked it up. You keep on saying, I've been such a dick. That's how you say it. You say, I've been such a dick. In fact, you've said it so many times. You've turned into one.
I wasn't very good to Anne.
No. You started it by thinking you would not be good. By thinking that you will fuck it up because what? You don't even know. I, for sure, never knew. So yes, effectively, you fucked it up.
Well, let me finish.
Okay, finish.
So I was visiting Anne. Nice headstone kid got her, you know, with the writing and the quote.
I've seen it.
You have?
Yeah. Anne was a nice lady. I mean, I don't believe in that religious bullshit any more than you do, but, you've been along, you've seen it. It's a form of showing respect, I guess. But if not for her, then for yourself.
Well, something like that.
Yeah, but you should have tried. What? With Anne, you should have tried. You didn't make any...
Tried what? The happy families? Oh, come on, Leonard.
Well, okay. But, Jesus Christ, at least stop carrying the guilt around. Every bloody time is, I did wrong, I'm bad. I mean, if you didn't want it, so be it. Just shut the fuck up.
No, baby, it's the Catholic upbringing. Okay. I wasn't really brought up a Catholic. Dad was an atheist. Mum didn't really give a shit beyond appearances. Now, it's that guilt, that Catholic guilt for being alive or just enjoying yourself. Never meant anything to me. I never got it. I never felt it. I still don't understand it. I went through the motions till I was about 10. Grew bored with it long before I even started considering myself an atheist. Right. No, I don't think it's that. I think actually I'm a fuck up. That's all there is to it.
So what happened?
What?
At the cemetery. You were standing by Anne's grave.
Yeah, I met Rose.
Rose? Your Rose?
If you want to call her that.
Well, I think we should. So, how was she? What did you say? Did she give you a well-deserved slap around the chops?
She did not. Not for lack of encouragement on my part.
There you go again. 20 years?
26, yeah.
So, talk.
Her husband's dead.
Peter, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's been dead a while. What a boring bugger. How did she end up with him?
Beats me.
Are you still angry with her?
Of course not.
You are ridiculous.
Thanks.
Well, you are. What is this? The great unrequited love of your life? You meet her after 26 years and you still can't get over it.
Oh, Jesus. Leonard, it's not like I've been crouched crying in a corner with my dick in my hand for 3 decades. I mean, when was the last time I even talked about her? I stopped caring long ago.
Maybe you did. But you come round to my house, desperate to tell me how you'd just seen her. Desperate to tell me how cool and attached you were. I mean, you're not a teenager anymore. Nobody cares, Bernard. Nobody cares about your old flame. Nobody cares about the ache in your little heart when she broke it. So, what are you going to do? You're going to hate her? You're a sad old man.
Don't hate anybody. Ha! Present company accepted.
Fuck you don't. Bitter old cunt.
Fuck off. You got anything to drink, Dr. Freud? How much do you charge for an hour? Have you worked out yet whether I wanted to fuck my mum or something when I was a little boy?
Yeah, oh there, Bernard. Yes, you did want to fuck your mum.
I know where the booze is.
Wait. I've got something a little more interesting.
You don't. Not a teenager anymore.
We can make exceptions on occasions. Where's my room?
When you ask so nicely.
Call her.
Who?
Rose, who else? Call her. Get over yourself.
What? Why?
Now you've seen her. I know you, Bern. And you know I know you. You won't stop going on about it.
About what? There's nothing to talk about.
It's never stopped you in the past. You'll be thinking about it for months. You'll be wandering about town wondering where she is. Is she over there? Is she in the shop? Is she in the cafe?
So what?
So get it over with. Listen, wait. Make that call. Hook up with her. Have a chinwag. Hey, you might find out that you are a dick. And then maybe you'll get over it, and then maybe you'll stop coming around here and going on about it all the time.
And then what? I missed you. Oh, I'm sorry I made it so we can never be friends. So much time has passed. I've changed.
Changed? You haven't changed.
Well, exactly.
You missed a straight line.
No character arc.
Quite. It's a boring story.
Well, so be it. It's nearing its conclusion anyway. Do you reckon I've got more than another 20 years left in me?
20 years? Not if you keep snorting and making cocaine like this, you don't. I mean, who do you think you are? And who's going to have to deal with it?
Did I ever tell you about my neighbour?
Probably.
You know, the old man in the rundown house.
Yeah, the rundown house, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's one time, it's night, 9 or thereabouts. There's this knock on the door. I answered it, and this police officer? How are you supposed to call them these days? Anyway, she's a woman, and she's police. And she asked me if I've seen the old man at 62 lately. I said, 62? I thought it was abandoned. You see the place, the doors knocked in, the window frames are rotting. Anyway, it's not abandoned. And this old man, he's old, about 80 or something, lived there on his own. And some son or nephew or somebody hasn't seen him for a while and has got concerned. Apparently, this one time, he got stuck in his chair and he couldn't get up. He just sat down and he couldn't get up. He stayed there for days. So they were concerned in case something similar had happened. Or worse.
He was all right, wasn't he?
Yeah, I saw him a few days later. He had shopping. I offered to help him bring it in. He said, it's all right, Duck.
I think he realised you're the one who needed the help.
Maybe. But every time I see an ambulance, I think he's dead. Hello? Ah! Emily! Hi! Yeah, sure. No, I didn't. Of course I didn't forget. No. What time? Yeah. I'll be there. Am I excited? Well, why should I be? I mean, he's my grandson, okay, but it's just a play. Not a very good one either. Oh, come on, look. Why do you even ask me? I mean, what do you want me to say? I'm really looking forward to it. You know I can't do that. You know... Yeah, well, I get that. Well, of course I'm happy about it, but I'm not going to jump up and down like a schoolgirl. Don't give me that. Of course I care. No, that's not true. Well, of course I give a shit. What do you want me to do? Tell me and I'll do it. Listen, I don't need to scream in excitement just to show I'm happy for you or for him. Oh, is that how you want to play it? Well, maybe if you didn't call just to invite me around to see fucking school plays, then I'd be there more. Yeah, maybe if you brought the kid around to see Grandpa and talk to Grandpa, then I'd give a shit. Yeah, if you invited me over or came to see me instead of dragging me along to see these... Oh, Christ, Emmy, don't bring that up. Of course I loved your mother. It wasn't good for her. It was better that way. I did... Yeah, you know what? Maybe you're right. No, yes, you are right. What am I? What have I been doing with life and everything to the people who love me? I'm a leech. No, I am. Don't apologise. I'm a leech. I attach onto people, and I take what they have to give me, and I take, and I take, and I give nothing back. No, you're right. Don't apologise now. Like a leech. I suck them dry, I suck up everything they have to give, and I leave them shriveled and grey like a corpse. But I am. Christ. Am I like that? Am I like that? Yeah, no, of course. Yeah, I'll be there. 7:30. Yeah, I'll see you then. Okay. Bye. Hello? Heather? Oh, this is Dust and Roses, the flower shop, yes? Yeah, I'm an old friend. Could you put her on, please? Hello, Heather. No, I'm sorry. This may sound a bit strange. It's Bernard. Yes. About Rose. Can I ask...
So, do you work from home then?
Mostly, yes. Oh, this thing I'm writing, it's driving me barking mad. Yeah, I work in the office upstairs, mainly, to sort of get distracted by everything else.
It's a nice place.
Thanks. Haven't hoovered in weeks. That's all right.
It's really nice. So, did you like to play?
Did I? Hell no.
No, of course, you never
I
could.
would tell a straight-faced lie, yeah, that's why I stopped trying.
It wasn't that bad, it was really sweet.
Oh, because 8-year-olds were acting in it. I don't get the point of these things. Forcing a bunch of kids to act in front of their parents and grandparents, like anybody else gives a shit. And the parents and grandparents with their phones out. I mean, what's all that about? The fat kid.
Bernard!
Oh, come on. No, I was a fat kid. I just don't know his name, that's all. But you saw him. Come on.
It's not nice, Bernard.
So, why's everything got to be nice?
So it make life a little better?
Whose life? Not like the fat kid can hear us.
It's not the point.
Oh, I said I was going to make you some tea. Would you like some tea? 1 sugar and milk, yes?
Life tries to smooth the edges out in your case.
It got rough at the edges, that happens to. I have rum if you prefer. Have ginger beer can go with it. Dark and stormy.
I'm fine with tea.
You can put rum in the tea.
Just milk and sugar will be fine. So, how are you?
What?
How are you?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you too well in there.
How are you, Bernard?
Oh, fine, I guess. Oh, I don't know, Rose. Back in town. I don't know why. Trying to write this thing, and I write a bit and read it back. And I think it's shit. I do it all the time. And I think it's shit. My joints ache. I get coughs. Years are catching up so fast, and I don't feel like I've got anything to show for it.
You have got a lot to show for it. I've seen some of your things. That film with the Italian actor.
He's American, actually. Speak a word of Italian. I've done more than that film.
I know. You've done a lot.
Yeah, I don't feel like I have. I mean, the books, some of them are all right. And the films, some of them I really like. But I never got to direct any. They wouldn't let me.
Didn't you direct some plays?
Yes, how did you know?
It's a small town. When people do something a little more, they talk about it.
You see?
What did you want to do, Bernard?
What do you mean?
Well, you've written plays and novels and films, and you've made... Well, you've done well, from what I understand.
I have done well. Don't have to worry about money anymore. Remember that? 26 years ago. Worrying about money. Remember?
I do. It wasn't nice.
No.
So, what is it?
What's what? You know, I've never liked actors. Or musicians. Especially musicians, actually. I hate them. I hate the way they get up on stage and play a few shitty chords and sing something they didn't write and everybody claps. I hate that. Actors are the same. They're stupid, shallow little wankers. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them. I was always the one in the shadows, so to speak. I write. Nobody knows who I am.
That's not big.
Nobody cares. You know what the problem is? Problem is, I wanted to be the rock star. I wanted people to recognise me in the street. I wanted to sign autographs for strangers, not to the odd geek after a lecture.
Was it that bad, Bernard? You've done a lot. You've become a writer. You've made your living out of it. I mean, what is it you want? You've got a daughter, you've got friends.
What do you know about my friends?
I know you stick by them. You're not a very good friend, Bernard, but you stick by yours.
I suppose I could have played it like an Oscar Wilde or a Truman Capote. Shit, I forgot about your tea. Sorry, it might be a bit strong.
That's quite all right. So, you brought me here to be your confessor then?
I tried to kill myself once.
What? Bernard, what are you saying?
Have you ever looked into the dark pits at the centre of your eyes and seen the despair? The darkness of it, the all-encompassing darkness. You can't see any light. There's no such thing as hope.
You're not making sense, Bernard. You're all right.
A few years after you left,
What?
I tried to kill myself. I didn't want to. I had a job, a teaching job, kids. It was all right, but it wasn't enough. I still thought I couldn't shake it. I didn't want to die. The idea terrified me, still does. I cut my wrists across. They say if you really want to kill yourself, you have to cut along the arm, but I cut across. There's blood everywhere. On the phone, ambulance came, took me to hospital. I got some help. Back then you didn't get much. I just wanted people to see. I couldn't tell them. So I wanted them to see.
Why did you?
I loved you.
Well, you dragged me here. You can't drag me here to tell me you tried to kill yourself because of me. I mean, you can't blame me.
No,
Your problems are your own.
I'm not.
How you face them has nothing to do with me. No matter what you think I did to you, it didn't matter then when you did that. And it certainly doesn't matter now. Why are you dragging this up? Why are you telling me this?
Didn't you want to catch up?
Yes, but this isn't it. You don't talk about your attempts at suicide. And you don't get to blame me for them. You talk about life. And it doesn't have to be all friendly chit-chat, but this... What did you want from me? I was gone. I was gone for good reason. How you felt had nothing to do with me.
You keep saying that.
Well, it's true. What is it?
An ambulance.
Well,
What?
what are you
I'm
doing?
just checking. My neighbour, he's old, he's not very well. I think maybe it's for him. Oh, I don't know. I never could. Rose, you know I was never one to let go.
You'll never want to grow up. That's your problem. You didn't grow up. You never got over. What is it? This image of yourself. You haven't changed. You haven't tried to become a better person. That's what I see, Bernard. You're a good man, and you try so hard not to be.
I've been looking.
Looking? Looking for what?
Looking for someone, waiting for something.
You're a writer, but you keep quoting other people. You always did that. You lived behind other people's work.
I did not. I did not.
Did you live, Bernard?
Yes. Yes, I did. Happiness was never the point. It was never the point. I quote other people. So what? I write stuff down and I forget it. I make stuff up, I write it down and I forget it. So what? What's wrong with a good quotation?
When you live behind a
You
page.
don't even know me. You stopped knowing me long ago. To say that, well, to think that what you're saying is true, that it makes any sense.
And you don't know me. You always acted like you did. You talk and you talk and you think you know people better than they know themselves.
Don't.
And no, let me finish. And you do. And you like to be right. And you can't bear being wrong. But you were wrong about us all along. And now you bring it up again, and it makes no sense. Why? They never were days of roses. You like to think they were, but they were not.
Days of Roses. That's Tom Waits, isn't it? I always like that song. And you say I'm the one who uses too many quotations.
That's the first one I've used.
Guilt for dreaming.
Hmm?
Like the song. All I had to give.
Bowie, of course. Was that all you had to give? Guilt?
Perhaps. But along with the guilt, I never gave up on the dreams. That's what... Yeah. You left because of that.
Not. I left because you could give nothing. You still can't. It's not that you don't have anything to give. You just don't know how.
I gave you...
That's not what I meant.
Should be on by now. Can't get that song out of my head.
What are you doing?
It's my neighbour. I think maybe it's for him. I think he might be dead. I just need to...
Well, what could you do?
He's got no one. He's got no one. I better check.